Boyd and Gun in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal's players have abandoned traditional pre-match handshakes in the favor of fist bumps because of the growing fears of a coronavirus. Several Gunner stars were reluctant to make too much contact with players from opponents' Portsmouth as they lined up at the start of Monday's FA Cup game. Instead of traditional respect handshake, players offered their fists to the League One side before their 2-0 triumph. Unbelievable. But moving on, well, the biggest reason Arsenal's trip to Manchester City was rearranged so late has been revealed. The victory over Portsmouth on Monday night means their match against Southampton in the Premier League is postponed, and that game will probably fill the gap that they would have used for the City games. That's the reason why we're getting a mid-week BS game. But moving on, Arsenal's rearranged clash with Manchester City will take place next Wednesday. We all know that, but fans are furious because there are no trains back to London. The game was supposed to take place last weekend, but was postponed due to City's involvement in the Carabao Cup final. However, the last train back from Manchester to London on March 11 departs from Manchester Piccadilly at 9:15 p.m. just as the clash will be going into injury time. And Arsenal supporters are understandably angry because of the struggles they face getting back afterwards. Unless they fancy a 6-hour overnight coach journey. Well, on Twitter there was a user suggesting, "What a sham of an organization they are! Embarrassing." Another one added, "Always so far behind," while the others simply posted, "WTF." One Arsenal fan account actually wrote on Twitter, "Alarming news." Well, Henrik Mkhitaryan says that he held talks with Tottenham before joining Borussia Dortmund. He says, "I left with Mino Raiola for London initially to speak with Tottenham. We were waiting for offers from Liverpool, but we weren't sure. Then we received a call from Dortmund and immediately flew to Germany. They had sold Götze and needed a new number 10. In Liverpool and Tottenham, the spots were already taken, so moving to Borussia was the best thing to do. Klopp immediately told me his ideas where he saw me on the pitch." But Arsenal fans have been whipped into a frenzy after discovering an old tweet from Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, where the former England uh, under 20 star was posting on social media ahead of Gunners' Champions League clash with Bayern Munich in 2013. Hashtag COYG. Wow, isn't it? Well, we miss playing in the Champions League, don't we? But moving on, Cesc Fabregas, actually a Twitter user, actually posted this, a beautiful story missing the fairy tale ending of Cesc Fabregas for Arsenal. It was a tribute to Cesc Fabregas, to which a crying face emoji, but that showed his mutual sadness, isn't it? Well, Jude Bellingham will finally not make it to Arsenal or Manchester United because Borussia Dortmund have eyed the deal for the 16-year-old Birmingham City's teenage star. Is definitely going to be he's actually one of the top rated youngsters, and it looks like Borussia Dortmund are going to make a lot of money if they sign him, surely. But moving on, well, Reece Nelson has admitted in the past that he may have turned to a life of crime and gang warfare hadn't he listened to the advice of his brother. Well, he says it's easy to say you'd be doing this and that, but I'm from a neighborhood where I don't know what I'd have been doing if I didn't have football. A lot of my best friends were doing the wrong stuff, got caught up in the wrong stuff, and they were top footballers. It could be drugs or involvement in gangs, things like that. A lot of time it's like that in South London. And thank God he didn't do it. And thank God he's with us. What a performance against Portsmouth. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang loves what two Arsenal under 23 players did during a win over Monaco. Well, the Premier League International Cup for the under 23 players was on board, and we actually won against Monaco 4-3. The young Gunners, well, actually Steve Ball's youngsters beat Monaco and Bochum to seal their place in the last four of the competition with 2 goals apiece from Zach Medley and the latest sensation which mimics Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Folarin Balogun. And most probably I'm looking at Folarin Balogun. This is what Aubameyang posted in his you could see that Harry Clark and Zach Medley actually doing the same handshake of Aubameyang and Lacazette. Wow, really great. The youngsters following in the footsteps. So moving on. In the recent days, Arsenal had stepped up their interest in Franck Kessie, but Milan are not willing to sell the player at this very moment. Well, it looks like Mikel Arteta really loves an Olympiacos midfielder named Mady Camara. Well, he has requested the clubs to send scouts to provide reports on Olympiacos midfielder Mady Camara, but the problem is Sheffield United had a bid of £8 million rejected for Mady Camara in January. Arsenal will have to pay over £18 million if they want to sign the talented midfielder. Well, Arsenal's Ainsley Maitland-Niles could be the focus of a tug-of-war between AC Milan and Inter Milan, because it looks like the England under-21 defender hasn't seen much action since Mikel Arteta took over. And it looks like, because Mikel Arteta actually spoke this about Ainsley, he says, You must lower your head and work if you want to continue playing for this club. And rightfully said, rightfully so. He's the gaffer, he decides. And we just wait and watch. And moving on. Well, this is how much cash Borussia Dortmund have made out of transfers in the recent years. 273.2 millions, ladies and gentlemen. Unfreaking believable. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon, because when you do that, you get 2 videos about Arsenal every single day. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.